Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I have a video that I want to share with you guys. Right now we're really trying to focus on getting inside the minds of these evil albinoid devils. But another thing that we need to realize, and we have to really focus on, the time that we're in, the times where every season has a change. And I feel like right now, the universe is working, doing its work to try to end this white supremacist terrorism. We know that excuse me. We know that their birth rates are low, and we know that they're getting cancer and skin cancer, and they're dying off at record numbers. There's numerous people. If you look at towards what even the white supremacists are telling you that they're dying off, and they're upset about diversity. Excuse me, I have to take something really quick. So they're complaining about diversity and saying that that diversity is the reason that they're dying off, and it's not. When your whole entire existence has been global terrorism, at some point the world is going to have to eradicate you, and it's going to have to get rid of you. Just like if your body has the flu or a virus, your body starts to fight off that virus. And I think that at this point, the universe is really trying to fight off and rid itself of the disease of the evil albinoid, and really trying to help us to get rid of white supremacist terrorism. So we do see it in many different ways. We see it with the low birth rates. We see it with cancer. We see it with just them not being able to repopulate themselves. That's a huge thing. If you're not able to create life, then you are going to die off. But there is a video that I want to show you, because one thing is, I showed you in a different video that there is 640,000 Black women that are missing. They've gone missing in the last 10 years. No one knows where they're at. There's also a lot of those females are children too, that they put some youth in with those. There's also numerous whenever I'm trying to think what it was called, but there was a lot of children out of New Orleans that came up missing. There's always a lot of Black children that are coming up missing. And the reason is, one of them, they need our melanin. And that is not a secret. Melanin is one of the most expensive things you could ever buy on the planet, that is melanin. So when we look at these different aspects of what's going on, we have to stop and think about it. And this is why I'm saying that we have to do our part. We need to do our part on ending white supremacist terrorism too, and we have to look at different ways that we can do that. But let me show you this video. Honestly, the video made me feel sad, because there's a little girl in it, and children, I don't care what race they are, children really, I have empathy for all children. Let me find this video, and you'll see what I mean. when we get to watch the video. So
it's every parent's worst nightmare. A happy child who normally looks like this. Reduced to this.
Some days she would just cry for hours and hours on end. And it just felt like lava was being poured on me. Like it burned from the inside out.
A medical mystery.
So hopeless. There's nothing you can do.
Savannah Fulkerson was 4 years old, living in sunny California, when her mom, Andrea, first noticed something strange.
We'd be outside and she'd start screaming. We'd be at the pool and she'd scream.
Sorry that the volume's so low.
And I'd be like, we just got here. What is the problem? And she'd be like, I heard a burn. I want to go in. I can't take it. And I would like really itch a lot, and it like would turn my hands and my feet really red. Like if I scratched too much, it would like blister kind of, and then scar.
Andrea would put Savannah's hands in bags of ice or a cold bathtub. Nothing would help.
I've taken her to the doctor when she's been crying and going, here, what's wrong with her? What's wrong with her? They just tell me she has eczema, and I'm telling them it's got to be more than eczema. You don't cry like that from eczema.
For 5 years, the Fulkers.
So I just want to tell you, and this is part of why they're spraying these chemtrails, because they are fighting. They are at war with the sun. And I heard in one YouTube video that I was listening to where they literally referred to the sun as a terrorist, that they're terrorized by the sun. So when I say that, you know, we're at war with white supremacy and with global terrorism, it's not just us, but it's nature. The entire world is at war, because you can't wage war on the sun. Like, you literally can't. And if you can't live with the sun, then you should just allow evolution to take place. But when you're a white supremacist, you fight evolution. You would rather see the very world that you live in destroyed before you allow yourself. And that goes into the sociopathism and the narcissism. But when they're at war with the sun, and this is showing us everything we look at is showing us that they're literally not meant to be here. And it's not us being hateful or racist or, you know, anything like that. If the sun is burning you and giving you skin cancer and killing you, let evolution take place. They've fought evolution for so many years by committing genocide against other races. You can't fight the inevitable. It's going to happen. And so we obviously have to help it along, because if we don't, then are we going to let them kill us off? If they keep spraying chemtrails to cover the sun, you know, that affects the entire ecosystem. It really affects the entire ecosystem. You have birds falling out of the sky dead. You have the bees that are dying. You have fish showing up dead. You have, you know, sharks and whales ending up beached and dead, and they're telling you they don't know why. But we're spraying chemtrails and, you know, all kinds of chemicals. If you can actually look up the compounds in the chemtrails, horrific. We're breathing this, we're eating this, you know, it's soaking into our pores, all so that the evil albinoid race can continue.
Had no answers until they met Dr. Manelli Liu at Children's Hospital, Los Angeles.
In Savannah's case, we can see that she has developed these red welts on her hand, as well as her fingers.
And this, along with her young age, made Dr. Liu suspect Savannah had erythropoietic porphyria, also called EPP, a rare and sometimes deadly disease. It was even featured on the television show House.
Look at her arm.
But could this be what was affecting little Savannah?
The challenge is both how rare the condition is, as well as the subtlety. Sometimes there may be some red patches, maybe some areas that look sunburned, and that can lead to a long lag in diagnosis.
After years of no answers, a simple blood test finally gave them one.
What did the doctors finally tell you?
That she had, don't say it, erythropoietic porphyria.
It would mean a lifetime sentence, confined to a world in the shadows.
How do you explain this to your friends?
I just usually say that I'm allergic to the sun. I can't be out. Like, I can never go to the beach. I can never go to a sunlit pool.
And this isn't something that's new. It's not something that's rare, even though they'll say that. But all white people are allergic to the sun. They all burn in the sun. That is an allergic reaction to the sun. So this is just more of an extreme case. This is a more evolved case of the sun saying you don't need to be here. And I imagine that you're going to see more and more cases like this. But we have to look at the fact that they have now found ways to steal our melanin in order to keep themselves alive. So it's like, you're allowed to be here until we don't need you anymore. And I think Black people aren't understanding this. We really aren't understanding this to the and the impact that it really is. And it's almost it's us or them, and it really is. But the good thing that we have on our side is the nature and the universe, and we really do have that on our side, and it's like it's fighting the battle with us. So we really have to do our part to end white supremacist terrorism. We can't just expect nature to do it by itself. I'm sure obviously it can, but they're causing so much damage to the ecosystem. It's really, really disgusting. It's affecting our food, our water, our medicine. Everything that we have is affected by the ecosystem and by the chemtrails that they're spraying to block the sun. If you don't believe me on these chemtrails, a lot of people say I haven't seen them. Go outside in the morning when it's sunny, because I can't go outside. Maybe there'll be 2 or 3 days out of a month that you can go outside and there's not chemtrails sprayed. And usually if you don't see them, it's because you just came out too late. Usually they spray them in the morning. But if you search them on Google, and you'll see that they're everywhere. You can look up the chemical compounds of these chemtrails, and you'll realize why they're fighting the sun so bad.
Like, I have to be in the dark. Dark's my home.
Savannah, now 11 years old, has to wait until evening to swim in her pool.
My friend's definition of a normal day and my definition of a normal day are way different. Hers is bright, sunny, and beautiful. Mine's dark, cloudy, and rainy.
And when she does venture out into daylight, it's an effort, putting on this UV protective clothing.
People have made fun of you because of this.
Yeah, because of like my scarred hands. They called me like old lady hands or umbrella head because of my big hat that goes around, so I don't get burned.
They don't understand.
They don't.
But Savannah doesn't let that get her down.
But look at you have such a good attitude about it. How is that possible?
I just try to think positive because I know kids somewhere else have way worse than me.
The family has made adjustments for the little girl with boundless energy.
You have a trampoline in your living room. Who has that?
Not many people.
Not many people.
Savannah's not the only kid living life in the shade. When the sun goes down, a fun summer day is just beginning for these one-of-a-kind campers in New York City.
Tonight playing baseball is fantastic. We enjoying this, we're having fun, and that's what counts.
These kids suffer from another rare genetic skin disorder called XP. Any exposure to sunlight can cause third-degree burns and can lead to cancer.
I don't feel left out when I'm in camp. But when I'm outside of camp, I just feel left out.
When their daughter Katie was diagnosed with XP, Dan and Karen Mahar founded Camp Sundown in upstate New York, where day is night and night is day.
You will notice that they showed a couple of black kids. Those black kids had blue eyes, which what people don't realize is the brown in your eye is a layer of melanin that you actually is very beneficial. It protects your eyes from UV rays and, you know, from bright lights and stuff like that. So that's what this is why when people say, you know, if you want blue eyes, then it's a white trait. Blue eyes is not a white trait. Blue eyes actually originated in Africa, just like everyone else and everything else did. And it's a genetic mutation, so it's really not beneficial. There's zero benefits to having the blue eyes, but that's why those kids are at that camp, because they have very, very, very sensitive eyes. There was two kids in my neighborhood when I was younger that were black, and they had those bright blue eyes, and just their eyes are so sensitive to the light. So those kids don't have a skin disease, it's just their eyes.
These rare medical conditions aren't new. Some scientific historians speculate Vlad III of Transylvania had EPP. He's believed to be the historical basis for Dracula, giving rise to vampire and werewolf legends that continue to this day in popular TV shows like Vampire Diaries. Run! But just today, new hope for Savannah and others like her. A study about a drug treatment called afamelanotide, published in the New England Journal of Medicine.
With this drug, you're going to increase the melanin in your skin. You're going to...
You ask yourself, where are they getting this melanin from? Because it's not that they're increasing the melanin in their skin. They're putting melanin in their skin so they don't burn in the sun. We really need to think about this, and this needs to be on everyone's mind, and everyone needs to know this. Please share this video, because they're getting this melanin from somewhere, and it's probably from all of those missing black people that they just don't know where they are. Well, they don't care. They don't care to even mention their existence, but this is what's happening to them.
A tan in a couple days, and the tan and the melanin will act as a safety filter for the harmful rays of the sun.
Although this,
but they're superior. They're the superior race. You have to steal melanin from another race to put in your skin so that you can stay alive, but you're superior because of your white skin. It's all contradictory. Soon as you start digging and looking at the facts behind this, everything starts to crumble. Everything that they stand for, that they teach, and that they, you know, shove down your throat starts to crumble.
the study's findings are promising. The drug is only available in Europe, awaiting FDA approval here in the States.
At the moment, this is the only drug that's really effective, as shown by the clinical studies.
What is your big hope?
Now we're a drug. We're the very drug that can keep them alive. So our melanin is a drug now. We have to really pay attention. Okay, this is not a time for sleeping. This is not a time for saying all white people are not evil. This is a time to educate yourself, to prepare yourself, and to really stand behind and rally with the other Black people in your community to make a change, to prepare yourself for the war on white supremacist terrorism. That's what we need to do.
That there's a cure out there, and like kids don't have to live with this.
Experts say less severe forms of EPP can occur. Some symptoms are redness over areas exposed to the sun, such as the nose, the cheeks, or hands.
There are, of course, many other skin conditions that can present with exactly the same findings. And so that's where seeking attention with either a dermatologist who specializes in children or a porphyria specialist is very, very important. I just wish I didn't have it. I wish no one had it. They didn't have it.
But for Savannah and her family, the hope that maybe one day she'll be able to feel the sun on her skin without pain is enough to keep her smiling.
It doesn't define me. Like, when I get older, like, it's not gonna change what I want to do. And like I'm still gonna want to have like everything that I possibly can as like a normal life.
What would that normal life look like to you?
A house on the beach.
On the beach? A sunny beach?
Yeah.
Really?
It's not gonna tear me down.
And she doesn't care how many little black kids need to die, need to come up missing for her to get this melanin. Like, that doesn't bother her. We really need to realize what we're doing, what we're up against, and now we're being used as their sunscreen. Like, seriously? Like, we need to take note of this stuff. This is not, it's not good. It's not, I mean, it's good information and it's bad information, because we know that nature is working things out, and it's really trying to have evolve and eradicate these evil albinoids. So that's very good. It's good to know that we're not alone in this war against white supremacist terrorism. But it's bad to know that now our melanin is being used to save their lives and to protect them from the sun. So not only are they going to poison the entire world with their chemtrails, but now there's a value, another way to value, to put a money amount on our lives, on our we're now a drug. Our melanin, it's now a drug to save the very lives of the people that inflicted genocide and constant terrorism towards us. So anyways, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this video. As always, I always say, these are the videos that we need to go viral. We need to really educate everyone on the white supremacist terrorism, what it is, what it looks like, and the more educated we are, the better equipped we will be to fight this white supremacist terrorism. You really can't go to war with someone or something without knowledge of who they are and their thought process. And we already know they have no value for our life, but now we see that they have a value for our melanin. But that's it. And I'm pretty sure we need to be dead for them to take our melanin. So this is something that we really need to think about, and we really need to be worried about. I mean, I'm worried about it. When so many black people are coming up missing, there's always a reason. And as I said before, everything that's evil, we can find a trail right back to the evil albinoids. Thank you for watching this, and I'll see you guys on the next video.